You wake up in the middle of the night, not because of a noise, but because of a crippling cramp tearing through your calf. It's tight, sharp, paralyzing. It feels like something inside your leg is twisting uncontrollably. You stretch. You try to move. But the pain only spreads further. Then it slowly fades, leaving you breathless, shaken, and unable to go back to sleep. In the morning you notice the bulging bluish veins beneath your skin. Maybe you've seen them before. Maybe you've ignored them. But last night's pain? That was different. That was real. The truth is, many people with varicose veins experience sudden, intense leg cramps, especially after long periods of sleep or rest. In fact, deep sleep, especially when your legs are not elevated or moved, can cause blood to pool in your veins, worsening the symptoms. When circulation slows down and veins are already weak, the result can be painful cramping, swelling, and discomfort. Sadly, most people think it's just part of getting older, until the pain becomes too much to ignore. Stick with this video to the end. One simple step you take today might save you from painful problems down the line. When most people hear the words varicose veins, they picture a few bulging, twisted lines under the skin. They think, oh, it's just a cosmetic issue. Just makes the legs look old. And so they ignore it. But here's the truth. Varicose veins are not just about appearance. They are a warning sign. A signal that something deeper, something more dangerous, is happening beneath the surface. You see, your veins have a job. They're supposed to carry blood back to your heart. But in varicose veins, the valves inside the veins weaken. They no longer close properly, and that means blood can flow backward and start to pool. This condition is called venous insufficiency, or, in simple terms, your veins are failing to do their job. First, it might feel like nothing, just some visible veins, a bit of heaviness after a long day. But slowly, quietly, the damage grows. Left untreated, varicose veins can lead to chronic pain and aching in your legs, swelling, especially by the end of the day, heaviness that makes it hard to walk or even stand for long, skin changes, from dryness and itchiness to dark patches, ulcers, painful open sores, especially around the ankles. And in the most serious cases, blood clots, which can break free and travel to your lungs, causing a pulmonary embolism, or even trigger a stroke. Yes, a stroke, all from what started as just a vein problem. Still think it's just about looks? Imagine a wall in your house. At first you notice a little dampness, maybe a dark patch. You wipe it clean and forget about it. But the leak behind the wall continues, slowly rotting the structure. And one day the whole section collapses. That's what untreated varicose veins can do. What looks like a small issue on the outside is often hiding much bigger trouble underneath. And here's what's even more surprising. Varicose veins can develop at any age. Even in your 30s or 40s. If you sit or stand for long hours, if you've gone through pregnancy, if you have a family history of vein problems, or even if you simply don't move your legs enough, you're at risk. And unfortunately, many doctors still brush it off. They might say, it's normal. It's just cosmetic. Come back if it gets worse. But by the time it does get worse, your veins may have already suffered permanent damage. That's why it's so important to recognize the signs early, to know what's happening in your body, and take action. Because this isn't just about feeling good in shorts. It's about protecting your legs, your health, and maybe even your life. So if you've noticed visible blue or purple veins, aching, throbbing or burning in your legs, swelling around the ankles, a feeling of heaviness that won't go away, don't ignore it. These are not just signs of aging. They're cries for help from your body. And the sooner you listen, the more you can do. We'll show you the real causes behind varicose veins, why even young people are at risk today, and what your doctor might never explain unless you ask. So stay with us, because one small change today could prevent years of pain down the road. Varicose veins don't just appear out of nowhere. They're not a simple side effect of getting older. They're the result of something much deeper, something mechanical and preventable. Let's take a moment to understand why varicose veins happen. Inside your veins are tiny one-way valves. They open to let blood flow upward, and close to stop it from falling back down. But over time, due to age, genetics, long periods of standing or sitting, or hormonal changes, these valves weaken. They become floppy, leaky. And when that happens, blood starts to flow backward. Pools in your lower legs. The pressure builds. Veins stretch. And eventually they bulge, twist, and rise to the surface as blue or purple ropes under your skin. But the real danger isn't just what you see. It's what you might not feel, at least not at first. Most people ignore the early signs. They brush them off as normal tiredness. But your body is whispering, and eventually it starts to scream. Here are the early warnings to pay attention to. That heavy, dragging sensation in your legs after a long day. A dull ache, especially in the calves. Mild swelling around your ankles in the evening. A warm burning, or itchy feeling under the skin. Restlessness. A strange urge to move your legs at night. And yes, cramps. Painful, twisting leg cramps that strike in the middle of the night and leave you gasping, unable to move. These symptoms may come and go. You might feel fine one day, and awful the next. But that inconsistency is part of the trap. It lulls people into ignoring it. And while you wait, the condition progresses. When left untreated, varicose veins can lead to chronic inflammation in your legs, skin discoloration, brown or reddish patches around the ankles, open sores known as venous ulcers that heal slowly or not at all, hardening of the skin, and most seriously, deep vein thrombosis (DVT), a blood clot in the deep veins of your leg. Now if that clot breaks off and travels to your lungs, it can cause a pulmonary embolism. That's a medical emergency, and it can be fatal. All from what started as a bit of leg fatigue. And here's something people rarely realize. Even something as simple as a long nap, or falling asleep with your legs down, can make things worse. When your legs are flat and still, gravity keeps the blood trapped in the lower veins. No muscle movement, no circulation boost. The blood stagnates. And over time, this pressure damages the veins further. It's not just about being tired. It's about how your entire vascular system is reacting to neglect. So here's the hard truth. By the time you see skin changes or ulcers, the disease is already in a late stage. By the time you feel real pain, damage has been building for months, maybe years. Pushpin, that's why you shouldn't wait. Don't wait until your skin turns dark. Don't wait until your legs swell like balloons. Don't wait until walking feels like torture. The best time to act was yesterday. The second best time is right now. In the next chapter, we'll explore the real-life triggers that make varicose veins worse, and the small daily mistakes that could be pushing your condition forward without you even knowing it. Movie camera, keep watching, because sometimes just understanding your body a little better can change everything. Let me ask you something. Have you ever gone to a doctor with tired, aching legs, only to be told, "You're fine. Just get some rest. Try light exercise." Or worse, "It's just part of aging"? It happens more often than you'd think. And it's not because your doctor doesn't care. But here's the truth. Many general doctors are trained to focus on acute problems. Things that are urgent: high blood pressure, infection, chest pain, fever. Their job is often to rule out emergencies and move on. So when you walk in with early signs of varicose veins, swelling, discomfort, maybe some visible veins, they don't always see it as critical. Especially if there's no ulcer, no bleeding, no clot yet. And that's the problem. Because you don't need a bandage, you need a warning. You don't need someone to say, "You're okay for now." You need someone to say, "Here's what's coming if you don't act." But most people never hear that part. Why? Because unless a vein specialist is involved, varicose veins are often underestimated. Even though they affect over 25% of adults and can lead to life-threatening complications, they're often dismissed as a cosmetic or minor issue. And so many people walk away with no clear plan, no urgency, no deeper understanding of what's happening in their body. Here's another truth. Most people don't know what to ask. They don't know that they should be tracking changes in their leg color, that they should notice if the swelling is worse at night, or that those mild cramps might be the beginning of venous insufficiency, the root of the problem. And when you're not sure what to ask, and your doctor doesn't explain it fully, you end up stuck in a silent waiting game. Waiting for it to get worse. Waiting until it's too late. Let me give you a simple analogy. Your veins are like a bridge. Every day they carry traffic, your blood, back to the heart. But just like a bridge, they wear down. The structure gets weaker. Cracks form. Maybe nothing collapses right away. But ignore it long enough, and one day everything gives out. Would you wait until the bridge falls to fix it? Of course not. But that's exactly what many of us do with our veins. We wait until there's pain, ulcers, blood clots, or even a hospital trip. We wait for damage instead of doing maintenance. So what should happen instead? First, people need to be educated early. You need to know how to spot the warning signs. Leg heaviness that's worse after standing. Itching or burning near the ankles. Sudden cramping at night. A vein that seems to grow or twist over time. Second, doctors need to offer more than rest and light exercise. They should talk about compression therapy, elevating your legs during rest, checking for deeper vein blockages, getting referred to a vein specialist if symptoms progress. And third, you need to listen to your body. Even if no one else is. You need to treat small symptoms like they matter, because they do. The silent truth is this. Most people aren't told the full story until the damage is advanced. Until the options are fewer. Until it's no longer about prevention, but crisis management. But you can write a different story. One where you understand your veins before they fail you. Where you take action before the swelling becomes permanent. Where you walk into your doctor's office not just asking for help, but asking the right questions. Your vascular health isn't a luxury. It's a foundation, like the frame of your house. You don't fix it when it collapses. You maintain it so that it never does. And that's what the next chapter is all about. Practical, daily habits that support your veins and protect your future mobility. Movie camera, stay with us, because what you learn next may change how you treat your legs for the rest of your life. Let's take a deep breath, because this part is about hope. It's about what you can do starting today. Varicose veins might seem scary, but when caught early, they can be managed, even improved without surgery, without major expense. So let's begin with something simple. White heavy check mark, easy at-home checks. Take a moment in the evening. Stand in front of a mirror and look closely at your legs. Do you see blue or purple veins, twisted like little rivers under the skin? After a long day, do your ankles feel swollen or heavy? Try gently pressing the skin near your ankle. Does it leave a dent? A deep impression that takes time to fade? These are not just cosmetic issues. They're signs your veins are struggling to return blood to your heart. Your body may be whispering to you, or maybe it's already shouting. Don't ignore these signals. White heavy check mark, simple daily habits that make a big difference. You don't need expensive equipment or complicated routines. Elevate your legs for 15 to 20 minutes each day. Lie back, place your legs on a cushion above heart level. Let gravity help your blood flow. Do gentle exercises, heel raises, bicycle motions while lying down, toe lifts while standing. These keep the calf muscles active. Your second heart. Wear compression socks, properly fitted, especially if you sit or stand for long hours. They help support blood flow and reduce swelling. Stay hydrated. When you drink enough water, your blood flows better. It also helps prevent constipation, which can quietly worsen vein issues. Change positions regularly. Don't sit or stand still for more than 30 minutes. Set a timer if needed. Even a few steps can refresh circulation. These are small acts, but done consistently, they protect your veins like daily maintenance protects a car. White heavy check mark, when should you see a specialist? Some signs mean it's time to get professional help. Don't wait. Your veins are growing more twisted and visible over time. The skin around your ankles becomes discolored, itchy, or starts to flake. One leg suddenly swells and hurts. This could be a blood clot. It's an emergency. Remember this truth. Early treatment equals no surgery, less cost, faster recovery. Modern medicine offers effective, non-invasive treatments, from laser therapy to sclerotherapy, but only if you act in time. So don't wait until the pain keeps you up at night. Don't wait until walking becomes a burden. The earlier you notice, the more options you have. You've made it this far in the video. That already shows one thing. You care about your body, your future, your freedom to move. Now imagine, if everyone over 60 knew what you know now, how many strokes, ulcers, or surgeries could be prevented? So please share this. Talk to someone you love. Check your legs tonight. And take just one small step. Because one small habit today could change everything tomorrow.